Well, we got an update, folks. Welcome back. It's your buddy Orange Hat here, bringing you some updates to the criminal cases against Alec Baldwin and the Rust producers, because I got a second article here to cover. Anyway, the first one is about Alec Baldwin. Could the charges still be filed or be refiled? In Albuquerque, New Mexico, new development in the fatal Rust film set shooting case. On Friday, an attorney for the production company had made her arguments to try and stop written agreements, contracts, and letters involving Rust and Alec Baldwin from being turned over to the defense and prosecution. The state has made it clear in its statements that it's still considering bringing charges against Alec Baldwin, and so I see these subpoenas as nothing more than just continuing down that path. It has nothing to do with Hannah Gutierrez, Abigail Wahlberg said. Excuse me. The documents that the special prosecutor is going after, while they certainly relate to Hannah Gutierrez Reed, they also relate to Alec Baldwin in a possible case against him. KOAT legal expert John Day said the documents are wanted by the prosecution for this reason. We have a situation where Rust Productions is doing everything it can to keep costs low so it can keep profits high. Mr. Baldwin, we believe, would have been one of the recipients of those profits, Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey said. KOAT legal expert John Day says after listening to the hearing, one thing is clear. I think that these are signs a special prosecutor are gathering more evidence, Day said. Evidence that Day believes will lead to Baldwin's name back into the criminal case. I don't know if anybody would be surprised if the special prosecutor refiled the involuntary manslaughter charge against Baldwin. In the end, the judge ruled for the documents to be turned over. We reached out to Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey and asked if Baldwin will be charged again. She sent us a statement saying a final decision will be made within the upcoming 4 to 6 weeks, hopefully sooner. A public announcement will be made whether we decide to refile. Rust Productions LLC is not a party in the criminal case, nor are they facing trial. So there's that brief bit. It's basically a small little bit of additional information that it is very likely that Alec will be recharged. My previous video said it was likely that he could be recharged due to the evidence coming forward, but now we are hearing that they are still putting a case together, essentially. And we also have this. Rust producers accused of obstructing Helena Hutchins' death investigation. Earlier this week, actor Alec Baldwin was cleared of any involvement in the tragic and unfortunate death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Or this year, rather. Earlier this year. I was about to say this week? No. On the Rust movie set. However, in a new development, prosecutors has accused the movie's producers of obstructing the investigation. In a hearing on October 6th, which forms part of the ongoing trial of Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed, they didn't even spell her name right. Prosecutors weighed in on a production team claiming they either interfered, or obstructed the criminal investigation in this case. So, it turns out that the other thing here, Rust Productions, may actually have criminal proceedings brought against them separately due to the obstruction. Because obstruction of justice is a crime. So, Prosecutor Carrie T. Morrissey added, this entire tragedy occurred because Rust Productions cut corners every chance they could, and they hired inexperienced and ill-equipped crew members. Yeah, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, who on her previous project got railroaded for playing with a gun on the ground, then handing it to one of the kids who was in the movie. and it wasn't loaded properly. So yeah, she kind of got excoriated for that. And then they brought her in on this, and well, yeah, not to mention the whole cocaine thing, where she was trying to hide a bag of cocaine. So yeah, something tells me this girl is not, or should not ever work as an armorer. According to Deadline, the hearing shifted a degree of focus back to Alec Baldwin as one of the movie's producers. The producers questioned whether any neglect or corner cutting on his behalf may have led to Hutchins' avoidable death. The court is currently requesting documents related to the movie's production strategy. However, the producers have declined the request because it is burdensome. It's basically, oh, this is so inconvenient. Screw what they have to do. We're not going to listen to it. So, yeah, that's actually disobeying a lawful order, or a lawful court order. You can get into trouble for that too, folks. Following the tragic incidents in October 2021, Baldwin vehemently denied any wrongdoing. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull the trigger at them. Never, the actor told ABC News in December 2021. Someone put a live bullet in a gun, and a bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property. Well, here's the thing. We all know that the evidence and the investigation into that gun by the FBI, as well as after the gun was reconstructed, all of the evidence proves that the gun couldn't have fired unless the hammer was pulled back and the trigger was pressed. So yeah, tell another lie, Baldwin. You seem full of them. Following Baldwin's trial, filming for Rust resumed in 2023 in California, with Matthew Hutchins, Helena's husband, as an executive producer. Yeah, I guess everybody has a price. And that is the case here. It was from Far Out magazine. But yeah, it seems that the production is hindering the case, or basically obstructing the case. And Alec could still be facing charges. So I find that very interesting, and I think that it's important that y'all be kept up to date, because if he is found guilty, folks, if he is found guilty, hopefully, and he will be held, or hopefully he will be held accountable, so that people will understand that just because you are rich and famous does not mean you are allowed to take a life and not do time for it. Yes, there are cases out there where there's things called justifiable homicide. That is usually only reserved for law enforcement in certain situations. However, this was a movie set, and Alec Baldwin pulled a trigger in a gun that he did not check, and that was not checked properly, and a person lost her life. Her name was Helena Hutchins, and people should not forget that name. Anyway, folks, you all know the drill. That's the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think of this new news that has been coming out? It's been a month since the last news of this case, so yeah, we'll be following it as best as I can. Anyway, folks, this is your buddy Orange Hat. Y'all have a wonderful day, and always remember, stay humble.